Hello and welcome to the Hot Dog and a Handshake Pro Wrestling Show. I am your host, Jayden Ginsweider. Joining me is my co-host, Shane Price, former DDT Ironman Heavy Middleweight Champion, Shane Price. Shane, how you doing this week?
Long story.
And of course, we are also joined once again by Jolka. Jolka, how you doing this week?
I'm doing good. I'm still just a little confused on Iguana Man, whether I hate him or I absolutely love him. There's nothing in between.
His name's Mr. Iguana. Let's get it right.
I know Michael Cole screwed that up for me because he kept calling him Iguana Man last night.
Of course he did. Of course, if you want merch, we have merch at hdhpod.bigcartel.com. Shane and I's Dropkick accounts are in the description if you want to check that out. And of course, BGO Simper, my buddy on Twitch, he's been shouting us out. Shout him out. So go check that out, BGO SIMPER. This week's show, we're going to talk Forbidden Door predictions, got a little bit of news and whatnot as well. Before we get to the collar and elbow, last week we did a theme song bracket to determine what we thought was the best theme song of all time. So, Joker, I just want your opinion. Our top three ended up being Cult of Personality number one, Metalingus number two, and I believe we picked This Fire for the bronze. So what do you think of that top three?
I think that's pretty fair. I think that's a fair assessment right there.
All right. On to my collar and elbow question. This is more of a Shane question. If you could add a match to the Forbidden Door card, what would you add? You can list out as many matches as you want. We'll just at the end you have to pick one match you want to add.
Well, hey, Jolka could pick one because this year the Forbidden Door is looking real forbidden.
Yeah, there's a lot of just AEW matches on Forbidden Door. We'll get to that with our predictions later, but
so we'll go with two because I'm noticing that there's a real lack of tag team matches and a real lack of women's matches compared to the rest of the matches.
Mm-hmm.
So simple one, IWGP Tag Team Championship here. Thinking, who has that right now? It's Taiji Ishii, right?
I believe so.
Cool. So you can just throw in literally anybody from AEW to be a good match.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't paid attention a lot to the rest of New Japan because it's been the G1 Climax, so that's kind of been the main thing right now. Titles here. Yes, it's still Taichi and Tomohiro Ishii.
So, want to have a total hot dog and a handshake style match and not a total AEW match and go the Gates of Agony versus Taichi and Ishii.
That'd be pretty good.
And I got a women's match with the IWGP Women's Championship. That'd be Suri.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a good match for her, realistically, what about Chris Statlander?
That was the name I was thinking. As you were starting that, I was thinking Suri, Chris Statlander. That would be awesome. I was thinking it feels like the junior division gets underrepresented on Forbidden Door cards. So I was thinking Doki and Sho, the two members of House of Torture that I actually like. Or I also like Narita, but Doki and Sho versus Jet Speed for the IWGP.
You're not going to use Tony Khan's fuck ass time machine?
And now I'm gonna go with Doki and Sho versus Jet Speed for the IWGP Junior Tag titles. And then I was thinking El Desperado versus Ricochet for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Counterpoint, move Darby out of the cage match and put him in a match against El Desperado. Some fucked up shit's gonna happen in that match.
Put him in a no rope barbed wire match with El Desperado. That would be pretty awesome. Let's move on to outside the ring news. It's been reported this week that Chris Jericho's contract with AEW is expected to come up at the end of the year. I'm assuming that he'll go to WWE.
He wants that Hall of Fame spot.
For a small retirement run in the Hall of Fame spot, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. What do you think of that, Jolka? Do you think there's a spot for Jericho in WWE right now?
I mean, Jericho's really adaptable, so I think there would be a spot in WWE. I wouldn't say like a mainstream world title run. I would say that's out of the question, but I can see him doing a set with someone like CM Punk or Jey Uso, but I don't see him winning any major world championships.
So I thought of Jey Uso versus Chris Jericho at 2025 gave me heart disease.
Or someone that it would really benefit, like Chris Jericho and Dominic Mysterio gets to learn from an older veteran.
Just purely on a character basis, Chris Jericho and Dominic Mysterio in the same ring sounds incredibly entertaining.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if Jericho's not what he used to be in the ring, he's still what he used to be on the mic.
The promo battles there would be insane.
And plus, Jericho has a bunch of history with Ray through their WWE careers, so it would just be an added thing. That is. I think there could be some fun Chris Jericho stuff. I think that there could be something good there, and of course, like you said, a Hall of Fame ring that'll be the big one. I imagine Cena's gonna be the main guy of this next Hall of Fame class in 2026. Yeah. So maybe Jericho comes back, has like a year run, and then in 2027 they put him in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Because he's such a big name.
Imagine it being like a Rumble or Mania run.
Yeah, I think it debuts with a Rumble appearance. That's for sure.
I think he's already got 2025 plans that aren't wrestling.
2026 plans, you mean?
Yeah, 2026 plans aren't wrestling.
He'll figure it out. WWE will back a dump truck full of money back to his house in Florida.
Cancel the Fozzy tour.
Yeah.
Come wrestle, brother.
So I could see a Royal Rumble spot. And like you said, he'd probably be a part-timer too. So, I mean, he wouldn't have to be there every week. So I think there's something to be had there. And then like I was saying, like he seems too big to like be overshadowed by the Cena Hall of Fame class.
Right.
So I feel like probably best bet would be he'd be the headliner for 2027.
That's probably where they're going to go with that.
Mm-hmm. In WWE news, it was announced that Naomi is pregnant. So her and Jimmy Uso will be having their first kid. Thoughts?
Yeah, this is the Bloodline storyline for continuing into the 2040s.
Yeah, more members of the Bloodline. Yep.
At least she got to cut a really good promo before she left. When she told Adam Pearce, like, I ain't giving you shit. That was a really good line.
Pretty good. Where do you think they go with the women's title? I mean, Stephanie Vaquer has the title match set at Clash of Paris.
Hopefully back to a regular strap, because I don't know if you guys noticed, the one that they had for Naomi tonight was may have been real plates, but they used a replica strap from the WWE shop. Because
I did not notice that.
If you saw the way the belt, it curved over her shoulder, but there was a gap between her shoulder and the belt like that.
Huh.
It was a dead giveaway.
I did not catch that. Huh.
They're cheaping out on the belts now, I see. Good to know.
Yep. Yeah, budget cuts.
What I assume they did,
they got to pay Brock Lesnar.
They just switched the plates onto one of the WWE belts.
That's crazy. I feel like Io Stephanie's probably the obvious move here for Clash in Paris.
Oh yeah.
That might get me to watch, but probably not.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the best move, just put the title on Stephanie Vaquer. Let her run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though Io Sky is probably the best thing Raw has going for them right now, in all honesty.
Yeah. I mean, she might be the best. Like, I've seen some conversation online, about like who the best wrestler in WWE is right now, and she might be number one.
Oh, absolutely. If it's not her, it's Rhea
Like
Ripley.
I am shaking my
her,
head no to this. It is crazy from coming from me.
well, I mean, her, Sammy, Gunther, they're
I
all kind of in that top
I
tier for
still
me.
think it's Gunther over Io, but it's damn close.
Yeah. But she's definitely towards the top of the best wrestlers in the company right now, man or woman.
Of
Onto
course,
the
keep
what do
in
you got, Shane?
mind that in my top 5 it includes Inamura, so I'm kind of like the
Yeah,
sicko.
yeah, and there's definitely some people who are among the best wrestlers in the company, but aren't positioned well. Like for instance, Dragon Lee is definitely one of the best wrestlers in the company,
Or
not
Jamie
positioned very
Noble.
well.
Yes,
Jamie Noble, yep.
correct. We're big noblers over here.
I was actually a fan of Jamie Noble's work. I liked him in the ring.
We love him.
He was such just a little ball of chaos. Sometimes it was incredible.
I need to send you the Ring of Honor show we're gonna do where he wins the title.
Yeah.
You gotta see the match.
Oh, nice.
Wasn't it him that had a blindfold match with Triple H?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, it was.
So funny. That is so good. On to other news here. Konosuke Takeshita, Shane's pick, wins the G1 Climax.
I'm on fire with the G1. I'm on
Dude,
fire.
back-to-back years. Last year I picked the winner, you picked the runner-up. This year you picked the winner. We're pretty good at picking. And also, to be noted, I got the first pick last year, and you got the first pick this year. So both times, first pick off the board was the winner. We were
How
just
far did my guy go?
immediately correct.
Semifinals.
Semifinals?
You had Suji, right?
The guy with the big smile?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had
semifinals.
Yoda Yep, he went to the semifinals.
Should've
Hiroshi
been.
Tanahashi eliminated in block play. That was my pick. To be fair, my original pick was Haruki Goto, and then he had to leave because of injury, so kind of messed up my plans. So Shane, what'd you think of the last few matches of the G1, the semifinals and the finals?
Yoda versus Shota might be the match of the tournament.
Really?
Which is
Okay.
crazy saying it. It was one of the best matches of the entire tournament. The final was kind of iffy. The semifinal of Evil was kind of iffy, but give or take of Evil's in-ring ability, he has put in the work for 10 plus years. He's a fan favorite for some fucking reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing with. I mean, we shit on the House of Torture a lot, and I think the American audiences really don't like it. But they're super over in Japan, and you know, at a certain point, you have to kind of just recognize that, New Japan's booking for the Japanese fans. They aren't booking for the American fans. Like they're booking for their people that are buying tickets to their shows. So
Attendance is down again because ZSJ is the champion again. I hate saying it, but he's not. It's not working. They tried both times. It hasn't worked either time.
Did they ever leave Japan? Do they ever do shows like in the United States?
Jolka, we talked about this in April. I literally went to the show.
yeah,
We talked about
yeah,
this
they
in April.
do. What would you say, Shane? Like 6 to 8 U.S. shows a year.
Yeah, they'll do 6 to 8. A lot of it is going to be like
they have a yearly UK show. A lot of it's on the West Coast, right?
Yeah,
For
a lot of it's on the
America.
West Coast for America, but they do hit Chicago every year.
And they've hit Texas a couple times too.
Yeah, but they'll do Chicago yearly though. So
they do Chicago yearly. They do the UK yearly. They do crossover shows with CMLL, so they go to Mexico every year. So they do get out of Japan a bit. It's just it is mostly contained to Japan though. Kind of, I mean, like how AEW, WWE, like they'll go to Canada or the UK or France or Mexico here and there, but most of their shows are in America. It's pretty much the same balance, I would say.
yeah.
So Shane, Pro Wrestling Noah news this week, the in-1 victory. So this is basically G1 Climax, but for Pro Wrestling Noah. Continental Classic type tournament for the AEW fans. And we have the participants. So first from Group A, GHC World Heavyweight Champion Kenta. We have Kaito Kiyomiya, Manabu Soya, Ulka Sasaki, Kazuyuki Fujita, Tetsuya Indo, and one half of the GH Tag Champs Masa Kitamiya, and finally Daga. So Shane, of those 8, who do you see in that potential winner tier?
Ulka Sasaki is definitely use a big push. Kenta's obviously the champion, so I'm gonna put him in there for sure. Fujita's kind of in the bottom. You can see Endo, maybe even Daga, because Daga just got kicked out of his faction, so he could be a little push.
Daga maybe as a dark horse.
Yeah.
And Kaito Kiyomiya has been among the top guys.
He'll be up there for sure.
In Noah for a long time, yeah.
Unless they book him down this year in the N1 to continue the storyline they're doing with him.
Okay, maybe we'll see. Group B, we have the GHC National Champion Galeno, Naomichi Marufuji, Kino, Daiki Inaba, Jack Morris, Harutoki, the Rev Pro British Heavyweight Champion Ricky Knight Jr., and Ozawa. So from Group B, who do you see as that could win the tournament tier?
Ozawa is definitely in that tier for sure. Former champion, not too long ago, former champion. Marufuji always be up there. However, he is unfortunately washed, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, it seems like from the people that I've seen talk about Pro Wrestling Noah online, Marufuji gave everything he had left in the tank to AJ Styles, and then it's just been downhill since.
In that Kenta match, I hate saying it, that Kenta match last week wasn't very good.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it, but then everybody said it sucked, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it. Just save my $10.
Jack Morris, he's up there. He got the same thing as Daga. Kicked out the same faction, so and facing Ozawa in that block too. That's a big match. Keno will always be up near the top. I think Glena Del Mar will be up there too.
Yeah. And then how do you think the only crossover participant here, Ricky Knight Jr., will do?
I think it's going to be like how Mike DeVecchio and Engel Blanc did in the Champion Carnival. Is either it'll be near the top or at the bottom, no in between.
You don't think so? You don't think like a 2 or 3 win kind of middle ground kind of guy?
I could see it, but seeing as how they usually book him, it's usually really good, really badly. I think he'll showcase his skills for sure. The wins, I don't think will come to him though.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they can keep him. Get him out of my Rev Pro, but
I'm not saying I want him to do good. I'm just saying I know Japan.
Okay, so if we were doing how we do with the New Japan tournaments and we were picking a winner each, who would be your pick? Who would be the guy you would get behind here?
Probably Ozawa.
Ozawa? I think for me, I'm a Kenta guy. Always have been, so I think I would watch him. But if I was really trying to pick a winner, I think I would pick Ozawa. But just based on my limited knowledge of Noah and mostly the opinions of people that I see talk about Noah, I feel like Ozawa's a favorite. No quick hits this week. We'll get on to TV here from AEW on Dynamite. Hangman Adam Page rage baits MJF into executing his contract for a title match. What'd you think of that promo, Shane?
Hangman's on top of the world right now. I was legitimately Wrestler of the Year is just his to lose, and promos like this prove it.
Yeah, just such a good character thing of taking advantage of MJF's insecurities and just tricking him into getting angry enough to execute that contract. I thought was really, really funny. And then Adam Copeland took on Stokely Hathaway in what some are calling the match of the century.
The century? Remember, wrestling started in the 1800s. It's the match of the millennium.
Hasn't anyone heard of Psycho Sid? I'm gonna stop
That
making
seems
jokes. You guys never get my joke.
that seems extremely random. You have to explain
Yeah.
it.
Talking about greatest of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop joking with you guys. It goes right over your head.
Yeah. No, I was not. I just wasn't ready for a Psycho Sid name drop out of nowhere.
If you're talking about best like promo work, oh for sure, Psycho Sid. Yeah.
That's because it was a few months ago, and you were talking about like if I had control of what we were talking about. Jayden was like, "So, what's new about Psycho Sid?"
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't
I forgot
remember
I
that.
said that.
I don't remember this shit. I was going to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, once we get done with this podcast, like everything I say on here is just completely gone out of my memory. Like it's just
Shit, I might have COVID, so this is even worse for me.
yeah.
All that brain fog shit.
Did you say COVID?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, did you get the shot?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why you got COVID.
We're getting dangerously close to the Joe Rogan experience right now. I'm going to move it back to Dynamite. Adam Copeland, Stokely Hathaway. It was a really fun comedy match. I love just immediately Stokely tries to spear Copeland and he just like bounces off. Copeland doesn't even like move.
That was I did
really
see that
funny.
match.
And then of course the big news coming out of it at the end of the match, FTR beating down Adam Copeland, and who comes out to make the save but Christian Cage.
I have a
Too soon?
Of all nitpicks here.
Mm-hmm.
It means nothing in the long term, but I think AEW commentators can learn to shut the fuck up.
I
Okay.
personally wish that there was an option to mute the commentary and just watch the show without it.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah,
long
I mean, I
time
think
GCW fan, yeah.
I think that if you are a well-informed fan and you kind of know the storylines and you know what you're watching and you know the history, you can go without commentary. Commentary, I think, is mostly there to elevate for the people who don't know everything that's going on.
It's there to
the more
ruin the
casual
ending
viewer.
of matches. Because every
Yeah,
time they're like, he's dead, he's gonna win the title, he's gonna do it for the first time. You know, the next thing is 1, 2, 3. He's out.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, if just kind of from the perspective of people like us that are deep enough into it to be talking on a wrestling podcast about it, I think yeah, I could see that. That could be a good option. My nitpick really with Copeland and Christian is it felt too soon. It felt like they could have, built to this a little bit more. We had that one moment at All In, and then they kind of addressed each other separately in their own separate promos, but we didn't really get it feels like we jumped really quickly from that super cringe go find yourself line to we're a tag team again.
They should have every week, like the first week, they should have had a video of Christian camping, trying to find himself. The next week, him on a sailboat, just sad, depressing music, just
meditating,
right, yoga.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's not over. I don't think it's over.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, there's more to go here. It feels like we got to the point of reteaming very quickly.
Now, most importantly, are we going to get a 5-second pose?
Yes.
That is a great question. I would.
You know damn well.
I would say pose. We're probably getting a 5-second pose.
You know damn well.
Really interesting. Cope and Christian reunited. We have TNA building to Dudley's versus Hardy's one last time. What a throwback!
What the fuck did you just say?
You didn't know that?
Have you not seen this?
I don't watch TNA. I have better things to do with my life, like anything else.
I don't watch TNA either, but it comes across my timeline. At Slammiversary, they announced that for Bound for Glory in October, that the Hardys will face the Dudleys one last time. I think it's like the Dudleys' retirement match.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You mean
Yeah.
the retirement match that Bubba's had like 6 times?
Yeah.
Devon's not in any shape.
Bubba's like if Terry Funk sucked.
I went to a show in 2017, right?
Yeah.
And Bubba was there, and he gave this kid a piece of table, and told him it's the last table he's ever gonna break. Fast forward, like what, 8 years?
Yeah,
How many
here
more
we are.
tables has that man broken?
Oh, tons.
Well, I don't mean just sitting down at catering. I mean, just
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's absolutely, yeah, no, it's a crazy time. On the Collision here, I've been really liking what they're doing with Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. It's really crazy that like when they split up, it was like Max is going to be the heel and Bowens is going to be the face. And then just through like organic crowd reaction, we found ourselves in a spot where Bowens is turning heel and Max is starting to turn face.
the problem is that when you stop doing the Greatest Wrestler Alive squash matches, it might lose the appeal.
That is true. You might have the Kurt Hawkins effect where people get behind him because it's funny that he's losing every week, and then once you have him actually win, nobody cares anymore.
Once you get past him beating Bowens, what's going to happen? That's my problem with it.
I don't know. But see, I feel like there's a way to elevate the best to still call himself the best wrestler alive, still be all annoying and doing the chant, and moving on from the open challenge to trying to win a title. Like, can you imagine him trying to like buck up to Kazuchika Okada?
As he is the best wrestler alive, he demands a title shot.
Yeah, exactly. I think eventually we get to a point where he wins one of these Can You Survive 5 with the best wrestler alive open challenges. And this should be months down the line. Like, he should not win one of these until like probably next year. And then from there he wins and he tries to ride the momentum into a title match, and then he gets squashed in the title match. And then he keeps working his way into title match. Yeah, exactly. And then he keeps, working his way into title matches, and he keeps getting squashed in title matches. And then eventually he wins a title, and it's a huge moment.
I can see that.
Maybe he like invents his own title to like make him feel better. Like he has the best wrestler alive championship.
The
BWA title.
which you can parody TKO with that, because the UFC is a stupid title called the BMF.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, there's the BMF title. I was thinking it's the FTW belt just with tape over it and written in Sharpie. BWA. Like he just found wherever they threw the FTW title in storage.
Keith Jones over here.
Yeah. Taz gets real heated about it.
It's my belt. That's my belt.
Or Taz would love it. Because he's the best wrestler alive. He deserves the title.
Taz would probably love it. Let's be real. It's Taz.
Yeah.
He's the greatest commentator alive for the greatest wrestler alive.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd hear those words in the same sentence.
Taz and the greatest commentator alive.
Yes.
Brother, I'm a big Taz mark over here. You don't know what you're talking about.
He once or twice a show he really hits and he says something really funny. But the rest of the time I'm just like, God, it's just the rest of the time he just kind of gets on my nerves.
He stutters and stumbles.
He's Dusty Rhodes, right? But he doesn't have as much personality as Dusty had.
He's Dusty Rhodes if he sucked.
Yeah. He's Dusty Rhodes if he sucked. The technical spectacle. This was a fatal four-way on Collision between Nigel McGuinness, Daniel Garcia, Hechicero, and Lee Moriarty. Winner gets a shot at Zack Sabre Jr. in Zack's home country of England in the O2 in London. Nigel McGuinness wins the match by getting Lee Moriarty to tap out. It was a great finish. Daniel Garcia had Hechicero in the Dragon Tamer. Nigel had Lee in the is it called the London Dungeon? Is that the submission he uses? Yeah. And Lee actually like stops Hechicero from tapping, but then Nigel like transitions the London Dungeon into a modified version where Nigel's on his back and Lee's on top of him, and Lee just immediately taps out, which I thought was just a great finish. Like Lee stopping Hechicero, being like, "No, you cannot tap out. We have to. We gotta win. So I gotta win this match. You cannot tap out. You will not lose this for me." And then as soon as Nigel's on his back with Lee on top of him in that lock, Lee just taps out. It was a great finish. I loved it. It was a really fun match all the way through. What do you think of the technical spectacle, Shane?
I thought it had a confusing name. I have called it the testicle spectacle more than one time. on accident. On total accident. It just came out of my mouth. No, I thought it was a pretty good match. That's
literally what Tony Storm would have called it.
The testicles.
That's what she will call it.
Yeah, you heard it right here live. The testicle just came out of his mouth.
Honestly, I thought Lee Moriarty taking the fall was. I wouldn't have done that. I'm a big Lee Moriarty fan, but I think
he was going to be the fall guy.
I think Daniel Garcia would have been a more interesting story though, taking the fall.
Taking the fall, yes. Winner wise, perfect choice with Nigel. I mean, it's the O2, it's Forbidden Door, IWGP World Title on the line, Zack Sabre Jr., Nigel McGuinness. That's definitely a big match, and with that, let's just take it right into predictions. So, guys, we have 8 matches announced. Technically, we know of 9. We just don't know who will be challenging the Hurt Syndicate yet. It'll either be Brodito or FTR, depending on who wins this Wednesday on Dynamite.
Holy crap, 8 matches? How are they going to do that all in one night?
Well, I know, it's so crazy.
They don't do an hour of commercial breaks between each match like WWE does, so that helps.
How will I know what depression meds to take?
How will I know what chicken wing to buy?
It's a great point. Feel like you should know by now. I think you're an adult. I think you should know what chicken wings you like by now.
but Wingstop. I get it every time.
Jolka, to your question, only people who watch WWE need depression medication.
You what?
I said only people who watch WWE need depression medication.
It's true.
That's true.
When I started watching WWE games about the same time I got my first dose.
I'm pretty sure Triple H
is booking
my stroke.
Yeah, Triple H's booking will do that to you.
Triple H will definitely do that to you for sure.
So we'll start it off. We talked a little bit about the reunion of Cope and Christian. Their first match will be against Christian's former sons, Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. Shane, like I said, 8 is the max. So who you going with and how many confidence points?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure who's going to win this one. I think I'm going to take a flyer here and just go with Actually, what am I talking about? I forgot. It's the first match they're back together. Edge and Christian for 8.
Okay.
I totally forgot it was the first match back together.
Yeah.
Jolka, what are you going with here?
Yeah, I'm going with Edge and Christian for 8 too. There's no way they're losing.
I'm going with Cope and Christian, but I'm only putting 5 on it because I could see a world where they swerve and have like FTR cost Cope and Christian the match.
Are you kidding me? That doesn't work for Cope, brother.
Yeah, probably not, but we'll see. For the TNT Championship, we have the champion Kyle Fletcher defending against Hiromu Takahashi. Shane, who are you going with?
Much as I love a Hiromu win here, it's his first defense. There's no way. It's Fletcher 7.
Okay. Jolka?
I'm going to go Fletcher for 5.
Fletcher for 5. I went Fletcher for 8. This is where I'm putting my money. Next up is the TBS title, Mercedes Moné versus Alex Windsor versus Persephone versus a to-be-determined Stardom participant. So if you would like to just take the Stardom field, I will let you pick that. But Mercedes Moné, Alex Windsor, and Persephone set for this match. Shane, who you picking?
Realistically, it's going to be Alex Windsor. However, I'm going for chaos here. Let me take the field for 1.
All right. Jolka?
I'm going to take to be determined for 7.
All right. I'm actually going to take Mercedes Moné keeping the belt, but I'm only putting 2 points on it. I'm not real big on it.
It's London. They're going to have their feel-good moment, and it's sure like going to be Nigel.
It's true. I could see that. Next, we have Kazuchika Okada defending the AEW Unified title against Swerve Strickland. Shane, who's your pick?
I don't know if this is the time to get the belt off of Okada yet or not, but I'm gonna go with Okada for. I'll do 4.
Okay, Jolka?
Swerve for 6.
I'm going Swerve for just 1 point. I think Okada is definitely the favorite, but I could see a world. As I was making my picks, it felt too chalk, so that I was like, you know what, I'm just going to throw Swerve on there as, no pun intended, a Swerve pick. That just something we won't expect to happen. Next, we have the AEW Women's title, Timeless Toni Storm versus the Fallen Goddess Athena. Shane?
Tony Storm for 6.
Jolka?
Toni Storm for 3.
All right, I went Tony for 4. And as we were just talking about a few minutes ago, Nigel McGuinness challenging Zack Sabre Jr. for the IWGP Heavyweight title.
I'm gonna make
Nigel McGuinness, who, by the way, has never wrestled for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I'm gonna make the last match I just did a 3.
Okay.
And make the 7 I have into a 6.
Okay.
This is ZSJ for 7.
All right. Jolka?
I think I got, 4, 2, and 1 left?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who is this again? Say the...
Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness.
That's right. Nigel McGuinness for 4.
Nigel for 4. Big upset pick.
What the fuck?
I went ZSJ for 3, and that's not to say I'm not confident in ZSJ. I'm super confident in everything but my 1 and 2 picks. Somebody just had to be 3, so I put it on this one. Next up, AEW World Title, Adam Page, MJF. Shane, who's your pick?
Damn, can I all pick 8 for these?
Exactly.
It's
You got 5 and 2 left.
Hangman for 5.
All right. Jolka, you have 1 and 2 left.
Hangman for 1.
All right. I went Hangman 7. Finally, our big lights out steel cage match. First, you have your babyface team. That is Darby Allin, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Versus your heel team, the Young Bucks, Gabe Kidd, Claudio Castagnoli, and Jon Moxley.
It'd be so baller if Gabe Kidd turns on the heels mid-match because they're beating up his president too hard.
That would be really funny. Who would you pick there, Shane?
Honest, I'm not gonna. I went with my sword pick already. I think the heels winning would be really funny. But I'm gonna go with the face team.
All right, the baby faces, and you're gonna put 2 points on that.
Yep.
Jolka, you also have 2 left. What's your pick here?
I'm going to put my 2 exactly opposite of his 2.
Are you going to go with the heels?
Yes.
I went with the babyface team for 6. So
It'd
we'll
be
see how this
so
goes.
It'd be so funny if Moxley gets a pinfall.
Yeah. So those are our picks for Forbidden Door. Now, tape up the light tubes, take the door off its hinges. It's time for Shane's GCW corner.
Unfortunately, we have to talk about the Juggalos this time around.
Unfortunately, yep.
So because
The Juggalos, including the Acolyte Protection Agency.
Yes, unfortunately, including Bradshaw and Ron Simmons, we've lost some good men there.
What? Oh no.
So we're gonna start with day 1 of the 2-night war. Get into it. The shock and awe match, which happened, including which was Drew Parker versus, for some fucking reason, Drake Younger.
Yep.
It was whatever. The next match, even dumber. Jayden, do you remember Steven Flow?
Yes, of course I remember Stephen
How
Flow.
about cocaine?
Yes, I remember cocaine. Are they both Juggalos now?
Yes,
Of course
they are. In fact, they were in a 6-man tag team war with fucking Luigi Primo on their team.
What a combination of just
So the Juggalos have had a QAnon guy and whatever the fuck Luigi Primo was on their team.
yeah. Well, I mean, even if you look at it, it's a QAnon guy, and then it's 3 guys who were that's funny indie gimmicks. You know what I mean? Like they didn't really get much more attention than a one time. Oh, that's kind of funny, and then like move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They took on Van 48 of Atticus Cogar, Otis Cogar, and Christian Napier.
I would hope that the GCW team murdered here, just
on
wipe
the
the floor.
bright side, they did.
Okay.
The questionable allegiance match, which is total bullshit because one of them is not questionable. He turned on GCW earlier this year. Shane Mercer defeated Bam Sullivan in a whatever match. You'll notice a tone here.
Mm-hmm.
The first death match of the show, Mosh Pit Mike versus Tarzan Duran. As a match, it was whatever. As a death match, Jesus fuck. Let me explain to you a spot from this match really fast. One of them has their tongue sticking out. The other one puts a spike through it.
Jesus Christ.
So, as a match, not very good. As a death match, I had a good time.
God, I hope they knew what they were doing.
Probably not.
That's a dangerous spot to spike.
Jolka? Probably not. That was a total Juggalo match, so.
Oh shit! Yeah, there's a real good chance they could have saw him just bleed out and die. I forgot who we were dealing with for a second.
And the funniest match of the entire card, either night. Team Juggalo of JP Grayson, one half of the Backseat Boys, who I like, but the other one's is hurt, fractured his ankle. Alex Crowley, who I also like, and Matt Cross, who was in Lucha Underground. Versus the GCW legends of Masha Slamovich, Too Cold Scorpio, and the fucking great Sasuke.
Yeah, what a fucking random team that is.
The legends.
Too Cold Scorpio. Yeah.
The legends defeat Team JCW. Masha's in there for like 1 minute, not more. The great Sasuke takes a fuck ass bump because of course he does.
Of course he does. That's what he's there for.
The Street Warrior grudge match between Tony and Joey Janela was fine. It worked. It was pretty good. The GCW tag team title match and the JCW tag team titles were on the line at the same time. Thankfully, YNDP won. They defeated the Brothers of Construction. That's night 1. Unfortunately, before we get into night 2, I do have to say something. Violent J legitimately fired Madman Pondo and Ricky Knuckles over video.
Really?
A video posted to their social media. He legit fired them because of the fire spot with Johnny Murdoch. So apparently they didn't clear it with Violent J.
That is not surprising me because he fires people for less. He fired a girl off his label because she stopped sleeping with him and started dating a guy named Mars. Uh, yeah,
There's your
the dumbest kind of success story in the world's history. It's amazing he got to where he's at, being as he is.
Wow.
I
Sorry.
mean, he
Yeah, I think
he's
You heard it here first. Jolka, not a fan of Violent J.
no, he screwed me out of a show. I was supposed to open
it's
up for them. I sold about $1,500 in tickets, and then they needed more time to perform last minute, so they kicked us off the show.
Wow.
I hate that, man. If you can't tell.
honestly, it's funny because a lot of former Juggalos hate ICP now. My cousin is in the same boat. Like after the whole Twisted thing happened, he called himself out. So it's kind of funny how it's a very common theme. I
So
just don't like
Madman
their music.
Pondo
See,
and
I
Mikey
like
Knuckles,
Twisted now that they
Mickey
have
Knuckles.
their own set. It's not like they were before with the just scrubby people. Twisted actually did something good.
So Madman Pondo and Mickey Knuckles, though, they're free agents now?
Yeah, they were actually released from their deals with
Right.
JCW
Hey.
because they set John Murdoch on fire.
Shawn Michaels, make some calls.
Could you fucking imagine Madman Pondo and Mickey Knuckles on a TV PG show?
Well, yeah, on the CW.
They're gonna have to give Mickey Knuckles at least like 5 more layers of clothing. First of all,
Yeah.
second of all, Pondo might be banned from the building.
Yeah.
Night 2.
All right, what else happened on the night two?
I mentioned that for night 2 because the main event had to be changed on the fly,
Mm-hmm.
but it's okay. Atticus Koger and Nick Nemeth, a match that legitimately happened. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Dolph Ziggler's a juggalo, too.
Not only is he a juggalo, he's Violent J's secret weapon.
Oh, of course he is.
And also, later tonight, he'll be in Kansas City.
Yeah, that's true. He's going to be in Kansas City tonight. That's
We're not
forgot
going.
about that.
I'm not going.
If you are on Violent J's leash, your wrestling career has gone to the worst point that it can go. There's no
Yeah,
I mean,
lowing.
That's worse than like high school gyms. Like that is low.
Is it worse than being in a country bar for a promotion from Maryland in Kansas City, Kansas?
No.
Yeah, it's worse than that.
Okay. Not even bring Ruckus. They booked Ruckus. Not even bring. Anyway, the JCW Women's Title, Alice Crowley defeated Brooke Havoc, Hollywood Haley J, who I don't know why she's here, and Priscilla Kelly. Violent J had the Great Sasuke take on his American champion and had him lose.
The Great Sasuke lost?
The Great Sasuke lost to a dude called Caleb Conley.
Wait, Caleb. Why do I know that name?
Look it up.
Did he wrestle in like
He was
AWROH?
Suicide.
Was he?
Yes.
Huh.
Wait, was he? Yes, he was. Wait, was he? What else was Suicide as? No, he just went by Suicide for some reason. You might know him because he had an AEW booking
That's what I was thinking
from Dark.
AWROH. Okay.
Dark, CCW, TNA in 2018.
Okay.
So a random dude they gave a title to for some fucking reason, and they had him beat the fucking Great Sasuke, I guess.
It looks like he had a handful of matches for AEW. Okay.
The Outbreak, who is a guy named Ale Booker and Jackson Crowley, defeated Spider Nate Webb in his return to the ring after a year in PCO.
Yep. Huh.
Effie beat Willie Mack in a really short match.
Okay.
A 20-man Battle Riot match.
Who won that?
Joey Janela.
Of course.
After, do you remember that guy who fucking would just jump into shit
You got any more? The fuck this shit guy?
Yeah, that guy, right?
Yeah,
He was one of the last few in this Battle Riot match, by the way.
that's awesome. Actually, is he on the Juggalo side or the GCW side?
He shouts out his juggle every single time, dude. You can
Oh,
guess.
that's right. That's right. Yeah. I forgot about that part. I
He
haven't
was in
watched his videos in years.
He was in this. He's in the match. He hasn't been famous outside of Juggalo community in God knows how long, but
Yeah, that had to be like 6 years ago.
and
that was.
the worst part, the motherfucker didn't even bump into something crazy.
I thought he jumped. I thought I saw a clip where he jumped through like a table or something.
Yeah, but it wasn't. He does like microwaves and shit for no reason.
Okay, yeah. They didn't have him
Uh,
do something crazy.
his first match in 3 years, by the way. And
Yeah.
then the main event was, in my opinion, the only good match of this entire show. But it wasn't what they said it was going to be.
Okay. Because it was originally supposed to be Pondo.
Pondo and an exploding barbed wire death match, yeah.
Okay.
There were no explosions. There was no Pondo.
Yep.
What we got was Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope interfering with the match to cost Matt Tremont the JCW title after he had it. So 2 Tough Tony's a champion now, which
Okay.
I guess well deserved, I guess, but
Yep. 2 Tough Tony, fishing legend, and JCW World Champion.
who won the 2 Tough Tony fishing tournament? Can I find that?
Yeah. Let's see what you can find on that.
Congratulations to Hazen Lane, the winner of the 2 Tough Tony. No, that's a picture taker. Congratulations to Nick Kelly, the winner of the 2 Tough Tony fishing tournament.
Congratulations, Nick. Who won the Madman Pondo chili cook-off?
Unfortunately, I cannot find the results of that because Man Pondo was escorted off of the premises.
Right. He got fired, so they had to cancel the chili cook-off.
They still had it. It just wasn't the Pondo one.
Oh, okay. Anything else from the GCW corner?
That's all I got for now. Too much.
Okay.
Hopefully, we can get back to normal stuff soon.
Yep.
Fingers crossed.
Jolka, is there anything from WWE that we missed this week that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, definitely. Monday Night Raw, match of the night, Io Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez. They had one hell of a match, and it's leading up to what I'm pretty sure is going to be Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus the
Raquel and Roxanne?
No, the Kabuki Warriors.
Oh, the Kabuki Warriors. Okay.
Yeah, they had another backstage segment. Raw opened up this week with the same old shit, with Vision coming out with a very boring promo and Jey Uso coming out and interrupting it with another even more boring promo, setting up a match for later that night, which was pretty decent. We got to see an Extreme Rules match with Jey Uso and Braun Breaker, and that was a great match until CM Punk, LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, so all of them showed up, and the match ended with Jey Uso winning with the help of Roman Reigns, because I don't think they wanted him to beat Breaker clean, because no one's going to believe Jey Uso beating Braun Breaker clean nowadays.
Didn't he beat Braun Breaker for the IC title?
He did a year ago from that time, and
he choked out.
Yeah, he made Gunther tap. What do you mean people aren't going to believe that he beats Braun Breaker? God,
I mean, I still don't believe he made Gunther tap. I think there was a fly on him, and he was just trying to get it off.
You know what? I agree.
I agree with that. Yeah,
it's
so funny that everybody was complaining that every main event of Raw has been a DQ finish. So Triple H was like, "Fine, this main event will be no DQ," and then just still does the same bullshit.
Right. Also this week,
like, what are you doing?
Right. Also this week, we saw Penta take on Xavier Woods, which was one of the better matches on the card. Those two.
I would say I actually did see someone say that was pretty good.
It was a really decent match. Big G, Grayson Waller, was out there in nothing but overalls, calling them his mourning overalls because they're still mourning the tag team title loss in one of the worst storylines in modern WWE history.
Yeah, you could have given me 1,000 guesses on who would team up with the New Day, and I don't think I would have guessed Grayson Waller.
Yeah. Best men's match of the night. The New Day, Finn Balor and JD McDonough took on Dragon Lee and Mr. Iguana. That had me completely mesmerized, wondering if I hate Mr. Iguana or if I love him. At first, I thought it was ridiculous, and then I saw him pull off some really good moves. I'm like, all right, he's not that bad. But it did end with JD McDonough and Finn Balor getting the win, pinning Iguana Man in the center of the ring.
Speaking of Iguana, did you watch Triple Mania?
I did get to see some of Triple Mania.
What did you see and what'd you like?
My favorite part of Triple Mania, Micro Man going up to Omos. I mean, him turning around and not even seeing him. Just so great to see.
Bitches love Micro Man. It's me. I'm bitches.
Yeah, I almost want to put him on my roster in our fantasy league.
You could. You can.
I'm really debating it. I thought that was really cool. I like the Fatal 4-Way. I didn't like that AJ Styles interfered to get the win, but it was cool to see him there.
The only thing I like about it is that it's funny that 2 different times AJ Styles has randomly shown up in another country to screw over whoever he's feuding with.
Yeah. I think
don't fuck with him, I guess.
I think the camera cut of the night goes to Triple H. He had the look on his face, the same look that I have on my face when I have to sit through my kids' like band concert with like a bunch of 4th graders, just like he just looks like he did not want to be there whatsoever. He was showing moral support.
When that look on his face, when that Exotico is entering, have you seen that, Shane?
Yeah, Pimpelina, hold on.
Yeah, so if you don't know, for people who don't really know Lucha Libre, like an Exotico is kind of a more flamboyant wrestler. Very much. I'm trying to think.
Gorgeous George.
Yeah, I think Gorgeous like George.
Like up to like the nth degree.
Who was the
Gold Dust at his hardest?
Gold Dust. Yeah, I'm trying. There was another one. Was it Adrian Adonis?
He was in. Yeah.
Think like Gold Dust, but less as a way to be a heel.
Yeah, Exoticos can be baby faces too, and like it's very. Wasn't it Adrian Adonis? Isn't that who I'm thinking of? That was.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, was kind of an American Exotico. So that's kind of what Rico. Yep, Rico would be a good example. So just think that it's a common tradition in Lucha Libre. There's a great movie on Amazon Prime about Cassandro. It's called Cassandro, about Cassandro and an Exotico from the 90s and early 2000s.
Still going. Still going until 2022.
Still going now, but I think was the movie is set in the 90s
during the peak.
Yeah. So so that's kind of what an Exotico is. So there's this Exotico. What's his name?
Pimpelina Escalata.
Pimpelina Escalata was making his entrance, and Triple H did not look impressed.
Of course not.
He looked like he hated it.
What's that gay doing in my show? I thought I fired all of them.
You beat me to it. I was going to say I thought I fired all of them. On to the HDH League. This week, winner, or we'll start with third place. With 6 points was Jolka. Second place with 19.75 points was Shane. And first place back-to-back weeks, I had 23.5 points this week.
Oh, it
So
was a lot
my
closer.
44, almost 44 points last week was an outlier. 23.5, I won.
Was I third place last week?
Last week you were actually second place, but by like a long margin. Last week I had 43.75 and you were second place with 19.5. Top scorer this week was Konosuke Takeshita with 12.5 points after winning the G1. And our standings right now, I sit on top with 67.25. Shane is in second with 34.65. And Jolka is in third with 25.5. Are there any roster moves you guys would like to make? I'm talking free agency or trades. If you would like to move anybody off your bench, we can do that off pod. But as far as just dropping and picking up or trading people, who would you anything? I guess Joka, you're in third place, so I'll give you the first opportunity.
He's not taking mine of it. It doesn't matter.
Who do I have on my roster that's injured? Chad Gable, right?
I believe you have multiple people. You've Liv Morgan and Chad Gable, yes.
All right.
Both dealing with injuries.
I'm going to drop Chad Gable.
Oh, and Dustin Rhodes. You have 3, actually.
Oh, I'll drop Dustin Rhodes.
Okay. And who would you like to pick up?
What's his name? He's the AAA Mega Champion.
Vikingo.
Elijo del Vikingo?
Yes. I would like to scoop him up.
He was on my radar.
Okay.
He was on my radar.
For the purposes of this, you had Dustin in your AEW roster slot. I'm going to move Okada in there. And then Elijo del Vikingo will go into just one of your just men's wrestler spots.
Perfect.
Anything with Chad or Liv? Do you want to do anything with them?
Yeah, I'm going to drop Liv Morgan.
Okay.
And
I would recommend you pick up another woman to replace her, or else you won't be able to field a full roster.
Oh, I'm going to pick up the man, Becky Lynch. She's been consistently performing week to week.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. I'm also going to drop Chad Gable.
Okay.
And I am going to pick up. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Mr. Iguana. I don't know why that was so hard to remember.
Mr. Iguana. All right. Is that all for you, Joka?
Yeah, that's going to be it for now.
Okay. Shane, any moves you would like to make?
I am going to, unfortunately, drop Chi-Chi.
Okay.
Problem of not being on events that aren't televised.
Yeah.
And I'm going to replace her with Natsupoi.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to move Natsupoi into my flex over Effie.
Okay. I'll go ahead and write that in.
And then I want... I'm not dropping him because I can't afford to drop him. I know when he'll scoop him up as soon as he's back. I'm going to bench Gunther.
Okay.
And I'm going to move MCMG into that slot.
Okay, so you're going to move MCMG into the WWE slot.
And I'm going to offer a trade.
Okay, who are you offering a trade to?
Do you want Will Ospreay for FTR?
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
And then Jolka, is that an okay trade?
I'm going to veto that to annoy Shane.
Wow.
No, you guys can do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jolka, if you did that, I'm vetoing all your trades.
Yeah,
and I'll put FTR there, and then
we
boom.
have to steer clear of like weaponizing the veto.
we cannot
Because
be
no trades will happen.
we cannot be David Stern in this scenario.
Yeah. Okay. So I believe you traded Osprey for FTR. You moved Gunther to your bench, right? And you moved the Motor City Machine Guns into your WWE spot, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
I think I'm good for now. I'm hoping
Okay.
I got. Well, actually, we'll see how this goes. I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna have both finalists in the 5-star GP in my team, so I'm fine with
Okay.
that.
All right. Looking at my roster, I really don't know what moves I would want to make here. I kind of know like somebody I might want to drop, but I really don't have a pick for how I would replace that person. If that makes any sense. Like I just don't know.
Yeah,
Roster because like I kind of am thinking maybe drop LA Knight because he seems like he's going to be kind of bitched out in this feud that they're in. But looking at my roster, I wouldn't really have a good amount of WWE people left. I'd have to slide.
Is there anybody from
Tiffany
my
or
roster that
Stephanie
you would like for LA Knight?
What about Penta?
I think that's fair. I'll do LA Knight for Penta.
Shane, do you approve? All right, cool.
I do have one more trade I want to make actually before we finish this segment.
So I have Penta. Let's see. Looking at your roster here. Okay, I figured it out. I'll move LA Knight into your men's spot, and I'll move El Hijo del Vikingo into your high flyer spot.
All right.
So there we go. A lot of roster moves. And what's that other trade that you wanted to propose, Shane?
You're not gonna take it, which is fine by me.
Mm-hmm.
I would give up Bozilla for Ishii, Jolka. He's not gonna take it.
If you wanted my honest opinion, Joka, I wouldn't take that. I would keep Ishii.
Bozilla's in the 5-star in the tournament round. 10
Ishii's
points?
holding 2 different titles right now.
But say that one more time.
He wants to give you Bozilla. She is a giant women's wrestler from Germany who wrestles in Japan for Stardom, right?
Yeah.
For Stardom, and he wants Tomohiro Ishii from you.
She's this close to being titled.
Oh no, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
That's all I have.
I like the way mine's name sounds. Like to me, I judge a book by its cover in this.
It's a good cover. It's a good cover.
Great reasoning.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, I think that's all I want to do. So I think I'll close HDH League out here. A lot of roster moves this week. We'll see how that shakes up things going into Forbidden Door weekend. On to favorite things of the week. This, of course, is the part of the show where I hand out the gold, silver, and bronze hot dog. Shane hands out the gold, silver, and bronze handshake. Jolka gives us a 3 count of his favorite things from this week. So, Shane, as always, I'll start with you. What gets the bronze handshake?
The bronze handshake is going to go to Hangman Page's promo versus MJF. I really liked it.
All right. Hangman Page MJF promo. Joko, what was number 3 for you this week?
Number 3 is Becky Lynch outshining her husband by miles with just being more entertaining and having better matches.
All right. Shout out Becky Lynch.
She had
for me,
she faced Natalya this week on Raw, and they had an excellent match.
I'm going to go over to Rev Pro live in Southampton this week for the Grizzled Young Veterans versus Cowboy Way, which is Thomas Shire and one called Manders. A couple of sort of local guys, Midwest guys who've done a lot of indies around here. So
Shire's St. Louis and Manders is Iowa, so it's not.
So yeah,
not crazy.
pretty close, not far. So cool seeing them in GYV. They had a war. Like they kicked the crap out of each other. Shane, what's the silver handshake?
It's gonna be. I'm gonna go with the Shota versus Yuji Tsuji match.
Okay. All right. Jolka, what's number 2 for you?
Number 2, that's going to go to Io Sky, because her and so bad with names.
Raquel?
Yes. I'm looking at her face and I can't get the name. Yeah, Raquel Rodriguez. They had one hell of a match, and that whole scenario that came up with Rhea Ripley coming out to save her and then saying the Kabuki Warriors weren't there to help her, it's turned into something really good. So that whole scenario is going to get the second for me.
All right, my number 2 here is going to be the Adam Copeland Stokely Hathaway match, kind of coupled in with the FTR beatdown and the Christian Cage save. So kind of that whole match into segment, I'm gonna give that my silver. Shane, what is the gold handshake this week?
Natsupoi versus Starlight Kid.
Natsupoi versus Starlight. I'm assuming that's part of the 5-star.
Yes.
Was that the draw that Starlight Kid had this week?
No, that was the Natsupoi win.
Natsupoi wins. Okay, I remember Starlight Kid tied one and lost one this week. I couldn't remember who she did.
She tied Rena, which is
Rena.
They're pushing her big time right now. So
okay, Jolka, what's number 1 this week?
Number 1 this week is going to be Microman and Omos, because that confrontation was legendary. It gave you just that little bit of hope that he was going to do something cool off that ropes.
Understandable.
I saw online that it was a 4-foot height difference.
Oh, it is. It almost a 7'3", right?
It looks like he picked up a wrestling buddy.
It is.
Yeah. That's got to be the biggest height difference of any standoff. It might potentially in wrestling history, definitely in WWE history.
It's got wrestling history because who's taller than Omos right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody.
And Microman's the shortest wrestler ever, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I've never seen one smaller than him.
Yeah.
It's even funnier in person, by the way.
Is it?
Even funnier in person.
Just like Jonathan Gresham?
Yes. Oh God, he's so slow in person.
Gresham versus Microman. Book it. Collective next year, Las Vegas.
Gresham is funnier in person, but Microman is crazy how small he is in person.
My gold is going to go to the testicle spectacle. Nigel McGuinness, Lee Moriarty, Daniel Garcia, Hechicero. Really, really enjoyed that match from Collision, so I'm going to go with number 1, my gold right there. On to the upcoming matches this week. This is the lightning round. I will tell Shane the matches we're getting on AEW this week. He'll give me his excitement on 1 to 10 scale. Jolka, I will tell you the WWE matches this week. You'll give me your excitement out of 10.
And can I tell you, out of 10, a Shane Core match? Out of 10 on how Shane Core it is?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that after.
I was like, you're going to throw a number out there?
I was just waiting for the match, for Shane to tell me what the match was. Off Dynamite, we will have Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena teaming with 8 belts Mercedes Moné against Timeless Tony Storm and Alex Windsor.
I'll give it a 7.
Okay. FTR versus Brodito for number 1 contendership to the AEW Tag Team Championship.
10, easy.
10, all right. And then the Ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, teaming with Jet Speed against Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta.
A 9.
I'm gonna say that's a 10 for me. That's my 10 of the week.
It's
I'm
very
so
it's
excited.
very close to a 10 for me, for sure.
I think FTR is also FTR Bertio is also a 10, but my Ty Dillinger 10 of the week is that 6-man.
I think I'm gonna like the tag match more in the 6-man, personally.
We have no matches announced for Collision other than a Max Caster Open Challenge, which we don't know who he'll have.
Still
Anybody, any UK wrestlers that you would like to see answer that?
Grado.
Okay. I was trying to think, like I couldn't think of like a fun UK legend that could answer that. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Nah, I don't think he's a legend necessarily.
You said UK legend, not legend. UK legend.
Okay, legend from the UK. Who could answer that?
I think they're mostly dead.
Yeah, they're mostly dead.
Yeah. Or they work for WWE. You know what I mean? Like it's
I think
there's a lot of
British
that.
Bulldog right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Did they fire Robbie Brookside yet?
I was trying to think of like 2000s guys, but like Nick Aldis works for WWE. William Regal works for WWE. I think. Oh god, I just had an idea and I lost it. Not a legend, but a young guy. Tommy Billington would be a fun one.
Yeah,
to come back because he hasn't been in AEW in a minute. So him to come back and wrestle Max Caster would be a fun one. I'm trying to think.
if you can get him signed, Michael Oku would be pretty fun.
Michael Oku would be a fun one too. Yep. He's wrestling Leon Slater this week, which I think will be really good. Yeah. TNA X Division champion wrestling in Rev Pro. But so they're doing 2 nights of Rev Pro 13th anniversary, but one of the nights is Global Wars with Ring of Honor and New Japan. So Leon Slater has to wrestle on the second night as TNA X Division champion. He has to wrestle Mike Oak on the second night. He can't wrestle on the first night because that's also a Ring of Honor show. Fun little crossover here. All right, on to continuing with the lightning round. Jolka on SmackDown. R-Truth versus Aleister Black.
10.
Yeah, some are calling this the most I clicked random twice in WWE 2K match of all time.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And then the Motor City Machine Guns versus Mello Don't Miz.
7.
All right. From Monday Night Raw, we have Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez.
That's a 10. The women are on fire on Raw right now.
That sounds pretty awesome. And Kofi Kingston versus Penta.
That's going to be an 8.
All right. Shane, what was that other match you wanted to shout out?
So this is not a lightning round. It's a Shane core. I'm just going to tell you one team. It's all you need.
Okay.
Takumi Iroha, Suri, Benny, and Ryo Mizunami, who was in the first AEW Women's match.
Yeah, that sounds pretty Shane core. That might be a 10 out of 10 Shane core. Who's on the other side? Masato Tanaka and
Rita Yamashita is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty great. Let me see. 1 second. I got to send a text here. Okay. On to match recommendation of the week. We talked about Chris Jericho potentially returning to WWE. So my match recommendation is Jericho versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 19. Just a classic. And then next week we will have Forbidden Door results. I believe we might also be doing some predictions next week. Yes, next week we will also have predictions for Clash in Paris and Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. So double predictions next week, plus we'll talk Forbidden Door, break all that down. If you want to listen to more of us, we got classic reviews. We just put out New Japan G1 Climax 23 Day 4. Sticking with New Japan this week, we're doing a crossover show they did with WCW, NJPW Starrcade 1991. This was in the Tokyo Dome. Muta versus Sting. We had Tatsumi Fujinami versus Ric Flair for the NWA and IWGP World titles. So it's a great card. You'll definitely want to check that one out. Listen to that one. We have more classic reviews from all over the place. WWE, ECW, WCW, New Japan, we did All In. We got WXW, just all over the place wrestling wise. So go check those out and remember to enjoy wrestling.